I just follow up, tough act to follow, Lawrence, but to say that watching that match on TV was one of the highlights of my being a Gator fan in 20 years. Since I don't always get to be the side of the fan, it's a good thing that I was home alone in front of the TV that night, because that was really good stuff. In terms of this past weekend, you know, the first match when you're going into the season and you're still, you don't know a whole lot about your team and you know even less about your opponents, I thought one of the things that stood out obviously was our aggressive serving. Is something we've been working on since last January with all our jump topspin servers. First time in the O'Connell Center for libero Taylor Unroe in a redshirt freshman role to stabilize the passing, and then obviously Stephanie Farrell in her second year in the program, but first time ever playing this position, a 6 rotation outside hitter, and what a great job she did both nights. She is a streaky player that can really generate a lot of excitement, both in the front row and in the back row. So good starting spot, and I thought North Carolina did some things that pushed us in terms of their ability to bring the balls back and made some adjustments. The fact that we were able to close out set 2 with some big time digs by Christy Jekyll, those are the type of things that we would expect our seniors, Cassandra Anderson, Kelly Murphy, Stephanie, Christy, that those players can bring in a match, especially when the score gets tight. Tomorrow night, Florida State, a legit top 15 team, comes to town, and they are just another, as good as they were a year ago, they're just a year older. I believe like 10 of their players are all juniors and seniors with a wealth of experience, very talented. I think tomorrow night, now round 3 of the ACC, will be a huge challenge for us. But we also know that this is just a match in early September to help us get ready for the SEC conference play. And then, as was said, we go from playing a match on Tuesday, 2 matches on Friday, play Clemson on Saturday, and then another match on Monday. From the players' point of view, this is an ideal week. I think if you polled the players, they would say any week where we can practice less than we get to them play, they're loving it. Coaches, not so much. I'd like that football schedule. 1 a weekend would be just fine, but the players should really enjoy it, and we'll know a whole lot about our team as what would be a week from today at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mary, what specific challenges does Florida State pose for you guys, do you think?
Good question. They run a similar offense in terms of a 6-2 offense, but they're very diverse in their play set calls. They run a lot of combination plays. So in every rotation, they're coming at you with crossing patterns. It's if you drew it out, you'd see lots of different lines, hitters hitting different shots. So part of it is the offense they run, part of it is the personnel. And they got players who can kill balls, different tempos from antenna to antenna. Some teams you play where hitters are more one-dimensional. So talented and really high volleyball IQ. Experienced international players will bring that. And they're a terrific serving team. And what they did this past weekend is really impressive in terms of the 3-0 win over Kentucky, and beating Tulsa and Albany in one day, Tulsa featuring one of the premier outside hitters in the country. So as good as they were a year ago, I think that they have a chance with new personnel and makes them even more dangerous this year.